guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. And I know I haven't posted in a while. That's because I just got a new phone. So hopefully the camera quality is better. This phone that I'm recording on is a Samsung Galaxy A13 4G model. So the camera should be better than the last Galaxy I was using. So comment down below what you guys think. And in today's video, as you guys seen from the thumbnail and the title, will be about the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5, which I have right here. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, so let's start with some of the basic facts. This watch was first released August 26th of last year, around $250. But you probably could find it somewhere less now because there's a lot of promotions going on right now, and I'm pretty sure there's a promotion on the Samsung website where you can get the watch actually for $164. But once the promotion is gone, you can expect to see this anywhere from $230 to $270. So for a watch of this caliber, it actually is pretty much on the cheap side, unless you're looking for like a Fitbit, of course. And the Fitbit rivals this watch in price range, unless you're looking for the Google Pixel Fitbit by Fitbit. That is about $100 more expensive. So I know a lot of people like to compare this watch to the Google Pixel watch by Fitbit, and this is definitely on the cheaper end. If you're watching this video to see the comparison, this watch is definitely on the cheaper end than the Google Pixel by Fitbit, because this one's $230 to $270, and that one's about like $330 to $340, I believe. So yeah, this one you definitely could get for cheaper if you're just looking for a cheap watch to get. Some of the specs are, you can get it in two sizes. It comes in a 44mm size and a 40mm size. So this one I have right here is a 40mm. And as you guys can see, it's a nice decent size. It fits on your watch. If you have smallest, for my wrist is a decent size. It fits nicely. But 44mm is for those people with bigger wrists. So the only difference between that and this one is, of course, the bigger screen, and a couple of the colors are different, I believe. So as you guys can see, this one right here is a pink gold edition, and you guys can see it's like right here, pink gold all over. The buttons are pink gold, and then even comes with the bands to match standard, actually, to match the pink gold pattern. And this right here matches the metal on the watch, actually. But it also comes in graphite, sapphire, pink gold, and silver. And I believe the sapphire and silver, I think, only come in the 44mm size. I'll have to double check that. If you guys know, just drop it down in the comments. But I believe there is a difference in colors that you can get depending on which one you rather, if that's something you really care about. But another difference is that the 44mm watch weighs 33.5 grams, and this one right here weighs 28.7 grams. So they're both pretty light watches. So it's not, you don't have to worry about it being heavy on your wrist, or like even those marks on your wrist. As long as you don't put it too tight with the straps, you shouldn't have to worry about it being too tight or hurting your wrist. And it is otherwise good for exercising and running and whatnot, or whatever exercise you want to do. And the screen is actually made out of sapphire crystal, which makes this scratch resistant and dust resistant and splash resistant. And on top of splash resistant, it actually is waterproof up to 50 meters deep. So this watch holds up to 90 exercises. Different exercises that it will let you do and recognize as exercises, and of course one of those will be swimming. So if you want to take your watch for a swim, then you can take it up into the pool with you. You don't want to take it up to 50 meters deep, and I'll pop the conversion up on the screen and how many feet that is. But yeah, it is waterproof if that's what you're looking for in a watch. Next up, it has a aluminum metal. So all this right here around it is aluminum. It's painted to be rose gold, and as well as the buttons are also made out of aluminum. and maybe even this one right here, because it looks exactly like that. So it might even be made of aluminum as well. And as you can see how thick the watch is right here actually. If you just look between the black part and the gland, you get to see how thick it is. I would say it's about like maybe 3/4 of an inch thick, or yes, it's less than an inch, but yeah, it's a pretty thick watch. So it's gonna be a little elevated off your wrist. But yeah, this thick. It also has 40 by 450 pixels with a super AMOLED display. So as you guys can see when you turn on the screen, how clear everything is, that you can see everything clearly. Your pictures, your words, all those, even the small little letters on the screen, you can see it pretty clearly. So you won't have any problems looking at that. The brightness is really good on the watch. So you also won't have to worry about that as well, because it is AMOLED super AMOLED display, so it is actually nice quality. Something you expect like from the Nintendo OLED, something like that type of screen. That's what this type of screen is, similar to that. The storage, as you know, this is a smartwatch where you can get like different apps like Google or like YouTube or stuff like that, like camera apps, and so it's like an Apple Watch basically, where you can download all these apps. So it does have storage. It comes with 16 gigabytes and 1.5 gigabytes of RAM storage. And it also has an electronic SIM. And as you guys can see, if you look around the watch, there's no actual place for an actual SIM card. So it has an eSIM card. So all your information, your contacts and stuff like that is stored electronically on your electronic SIM card, which is pretty nice and it's really secure. So you won't have to worry about your data getting out or anything, or worry about your stuff like that. It's secure on your electronic SIM. And some of the sensors it has a accelerometer, and because I'm pretty sure this watch also does have something similar to Apple's crash detection. So it does have an accelerometer and a gyro sensor. It also can detect your heart rate. It has a barometer, and it has voice dictation. So it does have Alexa. So it has like your Hey Alexa sensors. It has your Hey Google. So it senses that, and you can use your watch for that, stuff like that. So it can pick it up and hear it. So it also has a Samsung Pay, because this is a Samsung watch and it's not compatible with iPhones. So it's just like Apple Pay for anybody who's an Apple user. But if you're an Apple user, you probably want to go look at an Apple Watch video, because you cannot use this watch for any iPhones or Apple products at all. This is strictly for Android users. So you can use your Samsung Pay, where you just have to at participating stores, of course. You just tap it and it pays. You can connect that to it, and it does have that sensor in order to do it. The battery, it lasts 50 hours on one full charge, and it gets 45% in just 30 minutes. So it actually is really faster charging. So I put this watch on the charger. It was on 51% when I first started setting up to make this video, and I put it on the charger. It was there for about like 10 minutes, and it was already on like 81%. So it does charge really fast, and 50 hours is a long time. But that's of course if you're not taking phone calls, if you're not constantly getting messages or notifications, and if you're not constantly turning on and off the screen. Because of course when you do those things, it does make your battery go off. But if you have it set to where it only turns on when you press the button, then of course you won't exactly get 50 hours, because that is a long time. So you won't get exactly 50 hours, but you will get a very long time. Close to 48 hours, about 2 days long. And so you will have to charge it about every 2 days. That's a decent, it's not like Apple Watch, you have to charge it every single night. But you will have to charge it probably like every other night, so yeah. And then for the charger, I'll show you guys the charger. It actually uses a USB-C port, and so you'll need a USB-C dock. And here this one supports USB and USB-C. So you just stick it in there with the USB, and then on the other end, that's magnetic. So it's a wireless magnetic charger. So you just have to put this, and so you won't have to like flip anything. All you have to do is take it, and you see the silver part on the back of the watch. You just put it, and it sticks just like that. And that's how you charge it. You stick it in the wall. And when you stick it in the wall, it tells you all your stuff. It tells you what percent is on. It tells you how long it's going to take to get full charge. And it tells you the time. So that it tells you all that while it's charging. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think it's very useful to know how long it's going to take to charge to get to your full charge. That way, if you're like in a rush, you can see like maybe you need this long, and then it'll be at this percent. So then you can take out the charger then. So just something like that, where it's like easy to use and easy to look at and see. The watch has always on display, and when you use always on display, you only get 30 hours. So a little more than a day. So yeah, a little more than 24 hours. So you'll still get a pretty decent amount of time, but significantly less if you didn't have always on display on. The charger, yeah, it has a USB-C connector, and it's pretty long, so you won't have to worry about it like, and it keep like, if you plug it into the wall, someone might trip over it. It is a decently long charger. So yeah, and some of the sleep features that it has, I know a lot of people like those. It tracks your snoring. So like, if you're snoring and someone's telling you you're snoring, like, no I don't snore. You just going back and forth, you snore, no I don't, you snore, no I don't. Well, you can look at your watch and you can actually see if you actually snored that night, or if you didn't. Me myself, I'm not actually a big snorer, I'm more like a roller. So yeah, I don't have to worry about that. So that feature won't be useful to me. But if you like to see if you snored, so I'm not sure how useful that will be or why someone will want that. But if that's something you're into, or if you're just into cool features like that, seeing if you snored or not, I guess it's something cool to have, just a fun little feature just to look at, to see when you go check how long you slept for. So I guess it's like a fun little feature you can have. So yeah, it tells you if you snored or not. It also tells you your sleep stages, so it tells you if you was light sleeping, if you was REM sleeping, or if you was deep sleeping. So it tells you all your sleep stages. It tells you how long you were sleeping in that stage for, how long in total you were sleeping in. It gives you a sleep score to see if you slept any good, just like a Fitbit would. So this watch is just like a Fitbit, except it doesn't use the Fitbit app. The couple of users that I talked to who use this watch actually say that they think it's actually more accurate than a Fitbit. Whereas when it's counting your steps, in that particular, when it's counting your steps, when it's counting your exercises, and how far you walked. So a couple of people I talked to said that it's actually more accurate than a Fitbit in their opinion. Well, at least in the older Fitbits that we used, was like a Fitbit Versa. So yeah, it is accurate if that's what you're into. If you're into checking your steps, your calories you burn, stuff like that, it is really accurate. So we'll give you an accurate sleep score and accurately tell you how long you slept for, and give you a sleep score that is suited towards you, and so you can actually see if you're sleeping good or not. It also tells you stress management, so you can track when you were stressed and what you can do better, and it's just like goals. So you can see if you were stressed out, it helps you you check it and it helps you work back to be less stressed out, I guess. So that's another little cool feature you can use. It supports, yeah, like I said earlier, it supports up to 90 exercises. So you can exercise just about any exercise that you do. It will support. Cause I can't even think of 90 exercises on top of my head. So it supports a lot of exercises. So any like gym equipment that you might use, it will support that. You running, jogging, you might just randomly break it to exercise. It'll ask you to say, hey, I noticed that you're exercising, and then you can tell it to start counting that as your exercise time. So it counts towards your daily goal and how long you exercise for. So yeah, it supports just about any exercise you possibly think of. I can't even think of 90 exercises off the top of my head, so yeah, that's another cool little feature that it has. And so and it has also symbols. So if you just want to just like look to share little things, it has like little animal symbols to tell you how different animals represent different things and stuff like that. How good your sleep was. And so that's a nice cute little feature they added. So that's all really about the Galaxy Samsung Watch 5. So comment down below if you guys enjoyed this video. And keep an eye out for more videos. Hopefully I'll be able to record more now. And also don't forget to tell me how you felt this camera was. Was it better or worse than the last camera that I used? So hopefully it's good, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And that's all for today. Peace.